Hey YouTube, another video for you, and looking at the moon's surface. Lately the weather, clouds, haze has been pretty horrific. Viewing has been terrible, and I managed to capture some video last night, the 2nd of May, probably around between 9 and 10 p.m. UK time. But the conditions weren't great. There was a lot of fog and haze in the air. Definitely didn't get any super clear images, but I got what I got, so just try and make the best of it. You'll notice in some of the video where I've had to try and bring out the detail. It's not so much on this one, but where obviously the sky is the black. Some of that will be looking quite noisy where I've tried to bring out the detail of the moon, but just is what it is. It's fine. So yeah, I wanted to talk about as well that I've got the Panasonic GH3 on order now. Well, I found one on eBay, so I'm pretty excited to see that come and what I can do with that. Initially, really, I purchased that not so much for using on the celestial moon stuff, but actually sort of practice basic filmmaking in terms of something completely different project to this. But I definitely will be trying it. So I need to order a Micro Four Thirds T adapter. Be interesting to see, because I've never used a Micro Four Thirds before. I haven't used a Panasonic before. It would be interesting to see the crop factor, because it's a 2x crop factor on that. So obviously the Canon DSLRs that I use, the APS-C cameras, are a 1.6 crop factor, and the Micro Four Thirds obviously a smaller sensor, but with the 2x crop factor. But obviously the GH3 is known for its high quality video in 1080p anyway. You get up to 72 megabits a second of information, so I'm thinking the picture will be pretty good. So it'd be cool to apply it to this. I've read online about people that have used it in the past and got good results. So yeah, it'd be cool to see. Yeah, this is a surface of the moon. Just basically trying to bring out as much as I can by, because obviously where you see it, the sun basically floods it with light, and you lose all the detail. You can't see the craters as much, but definitely picking up a lot of detail there. Like I say, it's with the Celestron C90 and the Canon 600D. Yeah, as you can see now, Venus was out last night, so got a quick clip of that. Again, I say it every time, but I just can't wait till we can start getting Saturn and Jupiter. They're my favourites, especially Saturn. You can get some really great images of Saturn hopefully soon. Yeah, looking at the moon's surface and trying to bring out the detail. Always looking to see if I can spot any activity, debris flying past, whatever it is, anything really. So that's interesting. And yeah, going back to the Panasonic GH3, it does do 1080p and 60 frames a second. And like I say, that codec is really good on there, so you will be able to hopefully get some interesting detail with the 2x crop factor. But I really have no idea. I just haven't used anything like that sort of setup before. But like I say, initially it wasn't really purchased for that, but I will be trying it. But yeah, I'm just learning my video editing and that, and I'd like to get into sort of basic amateur filmmaking. But like I say, that's something else on the side of this. This is my main passion, if you like. So yeah, we've got the moon's surface more up close now on here, and yeah, I'm just really enjoying it. It's just I say it's a struggle with the weather. It's so cloudy. It's cloudy all day and then cloudy at night, and you get a little bit of a clearing, and nothing's clear. So yeah, it's been a bit disappointing, but I'm just trying to get as much as I can. Even if it's not the greatest, it's better than getting nothing. Yeah, so some pretty close detail. It's like you're flying over the surface of the moon right now. And I've tried to highlight the detail in the craters a bit more, so you know, sort of playing with the exposure a little bit. I think the next clip coming up is basically trying to look at the surface on the top of the moon, you know, on the top as I saw it. And there seemed to be a lot of detail coming out, so I was pretty pleased with that. So yeah, it's good. Haven't had many comments lately. I'd like to know what everyone else is using, if they're doing something similar. Please let me know. You know, what setup you're using, whether you're using your phone, or you have a camera, a DSLR or a bridge camera or a point and shoot camera. Let me know, and you can tag me in your videos. I definitely like to watch what you're doing. This is pretty close. I think this is probably at around the 20,000mm zoom mark. It's pretty close. Not all of it was captured at the same, so sometimes I was finding it better to come out a little bit and just get that clearer image, and obviously for certain parts it's nice to come in and get that close-up shot. But yeah, definitely looking pretty good on there. I said before, for a sort of $400 setup, it's pretty good. So you know, that obviously includes all your video equipment, camera, telescope. Pretty nice. So yeah, we're just basically floating at the top of the moon right now, and pretty clear images. Yeah, this is what I was saying, like on the top of the moon there's quite a lot of detail. We can see things, it's not just flat. I say it is a bit of a noisy image where I've had to try and bring it out, but I feel it's worth it to get a little bit noisier, just to bring out as much as you can, rather than it just being dark and losing the detail. So yeah, it's all trial and error with the editing. Obviously I'm doing what I can. I'm wondering whether to start using a different editing program. I think maybe DaVinci or something like that. I'm not sure what to go with. I'll have to have a look. But I use iMovie at the moment, and iMovie is really good. It's just, I think it's a little bit basic. I feel like if I got a different editing software, I'd have more tools to color correct and do that sort of thing. So I think that iMovie is really great for basic, but I think I might need to move on soon and just go to a better editing program. So if anyone's got any recommendations, especially if it's a free program, that would be great. But yeah, I don't know if I will have to pay for one, or whether I don't want to have to pay too much. A lot of my money's going on cameras and lenses, and I've spent quite a lot lately. Obviously I bought the thermal camera not so long back. That was pretty big investment. And then I got the 600D, and now I've got the GH3 coming. So yeah, if there's a nice free program that I could download, maybe have a look and learn on, that would be great. So yeah, I've got this video now, just looking at different areas on the moon and the craters. Yeah, see how I'm bringing it back out there, just to try and gain more detail as opposed to being close. And looking at the top there, it's quite interesting really, because you don't always see so much. It was sort of almost like 3D craters on the top, where it was really highlighted by just the way the light was shining on the moon. You don't see that very often. So obviously as the moon's doing its rounds over the days, you know, you start to pick out different details in different areas. So I thought it was pretty awesome to be able to see that. I was quite pleased with that, considering the terrible conditions. If we just had a clear night, the footage would be 200% better, literally. But it is what it is, and you can only work with what you've got. And like I say, I'm pleased to be able to get something. At least I could get out there and actually video it. So there is that. But yeah, I'm thinking as well having a complete swap up soon. I'm going to try using a real basic camera. I bought my daughter a camera, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, and she used it a couple of times. She thought she would like photography, and she really did, and it just wasn't for her. But I bought her the Canon SX520. I think it's a 42 times zoom. It is a pretty basic camera, but it has manual controls and, you know, a fairly decent lens and a good starter. And I've seen that you can get them on eBay for probably around $50. They're pretty cheap now. Obviously it's an older camera. I think it's still a 16 megapixel, you know, 1/2 3-inch sensor, small size. But yeah, I'm going to have a go and see what I can achieve with that. Looking at the moon and some basic whatever I can find. And definitely going to have some videos coming up when we have a clearer night, using the digital night vision to watch, you know, the asteroids and satellites flying about. There's always lots floating about in space. So I definitely want to concentrate on doing some of that as well, and get as much footage as I can. There's always interesting stuff to watch with that, and it's just a different dynamic, really. You know, something different to focus on and talk about, and you know, a slightly different angle for the channel other than the moon and that. But yeah, just looking at the very surface of the moon there, hoping to see something, anything crop up. Hopefully one of these days I'll be lucky and capture a good bit of footage that, you know, will really stand out. But at the moment I'm not seeing any activity. But you just never know. You just never know. If you're not filming it and you're not looking, you won't find anything. So, you know, every day or every time, every possible chance, keep looking and hoping to spot something. I do remember seeing a few years back where someone was videoing the moon, and you actually saw something crash into the moon and almost create a new crater, which is absolutely amazing. I wish I was that lucky. But I feel like if I put the time and effort in, you know, who knows what I might catch on video. So you just never know. You just never know. So yeah, if there's anything anyone would like to discuss as a topic or have me bring up in the next video, it'd be cool to mention it on the comments. And like I say, feel free to tag me in your videos. It'll be cool to see what you're posting. The subscribers is very slowly, gradually increasing. People are still watching. The views are getting slightly better. Everything's, you know, gaining momentum. Still at a very slow stage, but I know I'm right at the beginning, and I'm enjoying making the content and enjoying just being, you know, on part of the journey really. Now that I started my channel quite some time back and put out a few videos and didn't commit, and now I'm committed to it. So you know, I feel I'm giving up a lot of my time now, you know, specifically for this to make it what I can. This is what I was saying on the screen there, that you know, it's quite a noisy image there where, you know, the dark part is pretty lit up. That is caused by the haze. That's why that's like that. But if I don't bring that out a bit more, then you almost lose the moon detail as well. So it is just a way that, you know, it's trial and error, and I am having to compromise on certain parts of the image to bring out other parts of the image. But yeah, overall, considering the conditions, I was pretty pleased with what we got. So yeah, I think we're coming towards the end of the video now, and hope you enjoyed seeing what you saw. I like talking over the videos. I hope to get more comments, so, you know, we can start discussions, and it would be cool if you've got anything you want to talk about, you want me to mention, or anything like that. Please let me know. Pretty easygoing guy, very easygoing channel. So yeah, I hope that you're all doing well, and see you later.